Hey everybody, hope everything's going okay for you. So, ATC time, trying to get caught up on some of the videos. So I did the video about Sheila Truelove, and it says the title was "Get That Dusty Off Your Back." Sheila Truelove is speaking facts. So, I wanted to go over this comment right here, and as I said before, that's one thing I commend her on, which I love her channel. A lot of times, people we want to learn from our experiences, and she's speaking her truth. And I'm hoping that the younger ones are really listening, because there are a lot of women. They can be in their 40s. They can be in their 40s, 50s, whatever the age is. They can be 99 years old. And there are things that they have experienced. It could be someone in their 20s, just different things. But there are things as you get older you experience, and it's like, oh, okay, you learn. And I think it's a good thing to try and share that for younger ones, to say, hey, learn from this experience. I've never been a baby mother, but I don't have to become one to know, because I can just look around. You see what happens. These black men that get you pregnant and then leave, and it's all on a woman. She got us your business. You understand what I'm saying? So she was speaking on her circumstance, things that she learned when it was about the ring, what have you. And I commend her for sharing that. I'm hoping the younger ones are truly listening to Sheila Truelove. So here's another commenter here. Born Aries 7213. Let me read this to you. And it's things like this here. I'm hoping again the younger ones are listening, so we can avoid the pitfalls. No one knows everything. What I can tell you, dealing with a dust bucket, we already know what's going to happen. Get ready for the seat of poverty. They're going to let you down every time. Get ready for the struggle bus. Struggle love. It does nobody any good. Black love benefits black men. I'm sorry to tell you. It doesn't benefit black women. So, this comment, she says, and I thank her so much for sharing this, Bond Aries 7213. It's very sad to say that I myself have been married twice to two black men. And I actually left with the same thing I came into the marriage with, nothing more. They actually added nothing to my life. I came from a Christian household, and being married was the thing to do. So I got married in order not to be living in sin. But being married to them, as I look back, didn't benefit me at all. So the statistics aren't lying when they say that black women actually go down in value being married to black men. I want for the younger generation of black women to have their standards and principles higher and date men who actually benefit them. I now know that when a man comes into your life, he's supposed to elevate your status, not diminish it. And 50-50 is definitely out. Hello. I just saw a video in the time feed. Oh, Anthony Anderson, he regrets getting married. Why? Because he's having to pay out money to a black woman. Time is money. I'm sure she was there supporting his career. I remember when he started out, he was all around and everything, playing little roles in sitcoms. These men, the collective, I do believe they love to see black women in poverty. They want to see, like Halle Berry. Oh, she had to pay out. But guess what? One thing I can tell you, boo, for the dust buckets, it'll never be you. Never. They love to eat and feed off women. So yeah, my father taught me it should benefit you. What you're doing it for doesn't benefit you. This is typical. And look, Bon Aries, you're lucky. Oh, girl, Miss Lady, you're lucky. Because most black women, when they leave a marriage, a lot of them leave with less. Why? Because he comes in with a credit score of 13. So he ends up using her credit card. He ends up using her credit card. He ends up driving her vehicle, may crash one out. He ends up using her credit because he doesn't have any. She's out of less money. Why? Because she's having to carry a whole load on her back. So she's lucky to even leave where she came into it. Most leave with less because you're picking up a liability. Don't forget $50 billion liability bond boys. That's what you're picking up, a liability. As I said before on the channel, I'll say again, how many black women going to work, how many are eating off that check? More than likely, and it's a grown man, and I don't mean her grown son going to college and high school or a teenager. It's a grown man eating off that check. You want to bet? Eating off that check. While she's working, being remote at home or in the office, he in the car, rolling down the street, sitting on gin and juice, laid back, with her money on his mind, because he don't have any. The drawers on his behind, she probably paid for them. The shoes on his feet. So in most cases, you're living with less because your credit score has gone down and you've incurred more debt. If he's not working, and don't forget, in a lot of cases, leave with less ain't so bad because the other alternative dealing with these guys, highly emotional, very volatile. In some cases, they don't leave; they face death. So, Aries, you one of the lucky ones. How many? Oh, I was going to get rid of him. Even if they weren't married to him. It didn't work out. I want to get him out my house. End up dead. Married twice. The same thing. There was no benefit. When they have assets, they don't want to share that with black women. They want a 50-50 deal. Or pretty much a lot of them have assets, they don't want a black woman at all because they're self-hating. If they hate themselves and we share the same nationality, the same color skin, if they hate themselves, they're not going to love you. Black women been sitting up here playing Miss Protector, Miss Provider, Mr. Ride or Die, and that's what's happening. End up dying. And if you're still here and breathing, your finances are dying, your self-esteem is dying, your self-worth is dying. Who you gonna believe? The Brookings Institute or some old dust bucket? You have the chance to pull yourself out of poverty, but man, you get with him. A many baby mama sitting up in somebody's house tonight. He's nowhere to be found. I've seen news reports. Baby, I'm like, how the hell this woman sitting up here? That baby might be 2 or 3 months old, maybe 4 months. Getting evicted, gotta hire some movers or call other women and get the U-Haul. Where's the baby daddy at? So we can kind of try to pretend like the mammies do, and well, they just need a chance, and they're making them look bad. No, they're doing a good job of that, all on their own. They don't need any help. They excel at that. They get an A+ in that department. But this is the reality. Times are gonna get harder. These fools are trying to get cuffed up as quickly as possible. That's why they see a black woman up there stalking and then trying to slide into your car. Desperate. Why? Black women have the resources. Ain't no guessing to it. That's who has the resources. Dating Lynn Pocket Larry, the light bill man, that's not working. Remember the black woman? She was going to divorce her man, gonna sell a house. She done found him out that he on the down low, I believe on Facebook. He gets violent, barricade herself into a room, try to get out the window. This fool done broke the door down like a savage animal and shot her multiple times dead. He ain't gonna do that. You negative. Okay. Be delusional if you want to. Being delusional can equal death. Silence is violence. This community is very good when it always keeps some darn secrets. Like nobody knows what's going on. Ma'am, bye. Boy, bye. Want to always keep a secret. Let's not talk about that. You better talk about it, save a life. So yeah, in the BC, I agree. It's not just Black Lives Matter, that little joke of the day, but silence is violence. So if we want to sit up here and be quiet and silent and pretend like, oh, everything's okay, and these men doing the best they can, yeah, at murdering you, making you a baby mama, creating fatherless homes. So by being silent about it, we want to pretend, oh, it's gonna make them look bad. They're doing it for them. They do that for themselves. There are no secrets. Everybody already knows. For Black women, look at your life before you're Black man. If you got a dust bucket, look at your life before you man. Look at it after. When you deal with these dusties, I got some beautiful children. Yep, and responsibilities on who? You. Some of them sitting up here paying $35 to $50 in child support. Are you kidding me? If it's not benefiting you, what are you doing it for? Seriously, if it's not benefiting you, what are you doing it for? We saw TP, Tyler Perry. What was that? About the light bill guy. He can do the light bill. That's okay. I'm going to have to disagree. It's not okay. But did you notice the video I did with that older white lady? What did she say about dating? You can see the difference in the cultures. And that's what we're taught. Black women are taught, oh, yeah, what Tyler Perry said, that's nothing new. He just verbalized it. And I was shocked to hear him say that. But that's the culture. All that's to qualify is he Black and he breathing. At least you got a man sitting up here, can't even afford a shopping spree at the Dollar Tree. He never got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. He ain't never got 5 on it unless his mama give it to him or his baby mama give it to him. Grown men sitting up here, women working 2 jobs. And what is he doing? Got the car all day and he come pick him up. What the hell he doing? What does he need a car for? He's sure as hell not working, going to another job. Where's his income? He just rolling around the streets with those dust bucket feet. Put more miles on your car and increasing your gasoline expense. What does he need the vehicle all day? You're doing nothing productive. You're not bringing in no coins. So dealing with these men, you gotta face it. Again, remember the video I did about the older white lady, and she's in there talking about make sure he, like he has finances, that is his has a big bank account, something to that effect. You see what they're telling their daughters? Not to get with some old broke down. That's why when a Black man gets some money, Becky Honey, she will come running. And that fool, Becky her would open up. I got a bag now. Come on, Becky. Come on, Becky. I got some bag now. You see what they're telling their daughters? Look for opportunity, finance. Black women told, well, you know how this. I'm tired of hearing about how hard it is for Black men. I'm really sick of hearing that line. I'm tired of it. How hard it is for Black men, they make it harder for Black women. Don't lie. And I'm talking about the collective. That's who's snatching your purse. You'd be surprised in these corporate jobs. A lot of times they'll want to hire some Black women. You'll be surprised. This group is kind of, we got it's a stupid gene going around. You'll find a Black woman trying to keep a Black woman out, and you'll find a Black woman trying to keep the same thing, a Black woman out. But they all gonna pull for the Black man. The culture is really, I'm sorry, it's very backwards. We've had some idiots in charge for a long time, too long. Time to wake up. So this is for the young ones, 50-50, that ain't hitting on nothing. We're going to see how it is 50-50 when you start having those kids. Sitting up here giving birth, they got to hurry up and get back to work. What the hell is this? I guess somebody got to pay the light bill. He sure can. That's all he can do. And if that's all he can do, what if you get sick? I guess you pick up Lynn Pocket light bill Larry, you get sick, all they can do is pay the light bill. What's going to happen to the rent and the mortgage? I guess something happened to you, end up homeless. Then what's the use in picking up Lynn pocket light bill Larry, let alone marrying one. So this is typical. She lucked out because most leave with less. Children in tow, debt and woe. So I'm glad that we're sharing these stories in a safe space. So hopefully younger women can see. Not everybody can talk about this. They don't want to pretend like everything is okay. And then we'll see a younger woman going into the very same dynamics and the same behavior because that's what the culture tells you. Then you look up, you already know what's going to happen. So I think it's helpful to share our experiences. We're trying to go ahead so the younger ones can have a better time. It's going to get very challenging in this country for Black people. If you think it's not going to, think again. You got a whole lot of competition going on. Oh, trust me. The jobs you thought you might can get when it comes to, oh, I can get me a second job. Good luck, because it's not going to happen. The immigrants are going to have those jobs that you need part-time to get over to just to get by. So the worst thing you can do, you are doing a disservice to yourself to tie up any dust bucket. And we got a whole lot of dusties in our group. So I'm hoping and praying that the younger ones are listening. And I appreciate Aries. Again, I'm gonna have some more videos coming out, but this is what we need to go ahead and be able to share. This is what happens. Not all this, well, and it's gonna be all right. We've been hearing that from Meemaw and Pastor Pork Chop, and it's not all right. It's not. It's gonna be all right. But if it's gonna be all right and you're preaching that, do me a favor, Meemaw and Pastor Pork Chop, there are a lot of homeless Black women that are getting evicted. Won't you show them how it's gonna be all right? Take them into your life. Yeah, it's going to be all right. This idiosyncratic backwards behavior, it has got to stop. It has to stop. So I want, to thank this lady, Aries, for sharing this. This is typical. Like I said, she did good because sometimes it's worse. Sometimes you divorce these dudes, ooh, they be ready to pull up on you and murk you, unalive you. It's not worth it. So the best thing to do is don't deal with them in the first place. Don't give a dust bucket any space. Dusties bring drama, heartache, and trauma. Sarah Pomey said, this is exactly my story also. I didn't benefit in either marriage. In fact, when I was married to them, I knew it. My liabilities went up and assets went down. Boom. But now stress-free and enjoying the peace. This is what typically happens. That's if you can escape death from a dusty. That's what typically happens. If you can escape death from a dusty death, then it's what typically happens. It is. And Regina Cameron 3011 said, thank you for even telling us younger females, but so many are still lost. Honey, that's on them. But I hope you're paying attention. So anyway, let me know what you all think about this. This was what normally happens. Yep. Quick liabilities go up because they're a liability. And the assets go down. They will deplete your assets. They mean you no good. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Take care, ladies.